Hi, pickleballers and pickletechie community. Welcome to another deep dive paddle review series. Today, we're examining three paddles from Roore, a new startup brand based in San Diego, California. What makes these paddles worth our attention is their ability to deliver performance comparable to paddles worth $150 plus at a sub $100 price point. Before we dive in, let's talk transparency. While Roore provided these paddles for review, I've also purchased two additional Coronado Titanium paddles myself because I love them. I love the titanium PET feel, and I love the Neonic Flow Swift. Roore has no input on this review, content, or conclusion, allowing us to maintain our independent testing approach. Let's start with the technical specifications. All three paddles feature 16mm core, each with distinct characteristics. The Coronado Titanium, 8.1 ounce static weight, 117 swing weight, and 6.4 twist weight. The Solana with the Red Aramid Kevlar has an 8 ounce static weight, 114 swing weight, and 6.2 twist weight. And the Balboa with the T700 carbon fiber construction with the 7.9 ounce static weight, 114 swing weight, and 6.2 twist weight. Starting with the Coronado, this paddle demonstrates what's possible at $80 price point. The PET polyester, or some people might still call it titanium surface, develop a distinct feel after opening up, offering a plush, responsible touch that reminds me of a badminton racket. Drives, drops, serves, maintain consistent control, while dinking, quick hands exchanges benefit from the good maneuverability. It's worth noting that this isn't a power-focused paddle. It sits firmly in all-court category with a control-leaning attribute, comparable to the Honolulu J2 Ti. Solana at $70 presents a different playing experience compared to the other two. Its Red Aramid Kevlar face creates a noticeable stiffer response than the Coronado. The paddle shape, and actually all Roore lineup are like this, wider at the top and tapers down, generates a head-heavy feel that carries through the entire lineup, as I've said. Though players that are used to ultra-stiff paddles might notice that it still plays softer in comparison to paddles like the Paddletech Bantam series. But again, $70. The Balboa, priced at $60, uses a T700 carbon fiber construction with a control-oriental paddle, gaining traction among the pickletechie community that focuses on the dinks and soft games. The perceived dwell time contributes to the good spin potential. Baseline power is intentionally restrained. While it prevents errant long shot, it also means generating power relies entirely on technique and your own, power. Passing it to my pickletechie team member Henry, who actually played with the Coronado in a 4.0 tournament. He comes from a basketball background, but he's been playing very consistently in the higher levels of pickleball here in our local communities in the public courts. And he fell in love with the control that he gets from the Coronado. Pass it to you, Henry.
What's up, Pickletechie community? This is Henry. Yeah, I reviewed the Roore Coronado Hybrid Titanium carbon fiber paddle over this last weekend in a 4.0 tournament Kappa. And at first, I was kind of hesitant about it because it was $60. But, all in all, I think it was a great purchase. I'm using this as my main paddle. So, yeah, I was practicing with it for about 2 weeks before the tournament, 2 to 3 weeks. And it was at first hard for me to get used to it because of the previous paddles I've been trying out before. But once I did get used to it, it was very easy for me to adapt. On serves in the tournament, The pop was very good. I feel like wherever I wanted to place it, I had the ball and I was looking at the court before I would serve, and I would place it or I would hit it and it would go wherever I would place it. The grit on this paddle, it's top of the line. It's everything you can ask for in the current $155 paddles you guys are buying. The grit over time stays on the paddle. I didn't really have to clean it much. The grit is just amazing. Like still to this day, it's still very gritty. And when the ball comes off the paddle, I feel the spin and the grit. It's all there for this paddle. Same as the serves, but for the drives, the ball really just popped off the paddle. It was amazing. Again, yeah, it was everything you can ask for and more than the current $150 paddles that are currently out right now. Transition and dinks. That's where my biggest kind of not complaint with this paddle, but just like the worst part about it. On my dinks, I would have to put more effort into it. I would have to use more of myself than the paddle. Like I'm doing all the work. If that's up to you guys, if that's what you guys like, then cool. But yeah, for the resets and the dinks, I just feel like I could get more in other paddles. This paddle, I wouldn't really recommend it for advanced players really that much, more of beginners. I noticed a lot in the tournament, in the 4-0 tournament that I played in, that a lot of that more advanced players were using more power paddles rather than a control carbon fiber paddle. If I were to redo the 4-0 tournament, I would probably go with one of those. I'm pretty satisfied with my purchase with this paddle. I would recommend it for any beginners or intermediate players. It's a very good purchase.
These paddles demonstrate how a thoughtful design can deliver quality performance at accessible price points. Each offers distinct playing characteristics that would typically cost significantly more. If you're interested in trying these paddles, they're available at Roore.com. Again, the price recap: Coronado is $80, Solana is $70, Balboa is $60, with an additional 10% off using pickletechie. Also, if you're local to Southern California, Kinetic Racquet Sports at Glendora also has them in stock. Let us know in the comments about your experience with similar paddles in these categories. Have you tried budget paddles that are PET titanium weave? What are your thoughts on these types of shapes with the heavier weight at the top and tapers down? Well, anyway, looking forward to your comments, and thanks again for watching. We'll see you on the courts.